Hi, I'm Suze Hudson, and we're here in the paint studio at Black Dog Salvage. Today I want to talk to you about dry brushing. I do dry brushing a little differently than most do, and I'm going to show you step by step how to go about that. Now, a couple of examples that I want to show you. This is Black Dog Black with Baby I'm Amazed dry brushed over it, which gives you a really nice two-tone high contrast between the dark black and the Baby I'm Amazed contrast, but it's very light to give that worn look, and my goal is for you not to be able to tell which is the background color and which is the color that's worn and showing through. Then I know I've been successful. This is Keep It Teal with Black Dog dry brushed over it. This is a really fun piece. This piece is an old piece of trim work that I painted with the base Appalachian Sunset, dry brushed Baby I'm Amazed, and then glazed with our Van Dyke Brown glaze, soon to hit the stores, on this side to show how it changes the colors and really ages the finish quite a bit. So with that said, I'm going to start with what kind of brush I use. Because I alter my dry brushes, I use an inexpensive brush, and this is a 2-inch China bristle, natural bristle chip brush. And I use an inexpensive one because I'm going to alter it, and there's no rhyme or reason as to how to do this. And you really, if you mess up or you don't like the finished result, it's about 39 cents to use another brush. So what I do is I go through. I don't want a factory sharp edge on my brush, so I'm going to alter it, and I just go in and cut at an angle, flip it, cut at an angle again, and then I point cut like the hairdresser does when she's doing your bangs. Now I've got to work out all those loose bristles, and then I'm going to wet my brush, and I just keep some water handy. I'm going to wet my brush because I always like to start with a damp brush, not a wet brush. And I'm also going to bang the brush on a hard surface to knock any possible loose bristles out, because I don't want to find them in my work after the paint dries. So now I'm ready to start. I've decanted a little bit of Keep It Teal, and I'm just going to dip the bristle ends into the paint, about 1/8 of an inch, not very far. Then I will take that over to my blotting towel and blot that brush. I'm just banging it right on the tips of the bristles, and look how far up the brush head the paint has traveled. Now I do this because when I am dry brushing, I use the whole head of the brush, not just the bristle tips. And I will take my piece and pull my brush parallel to the surface. And that gives me a more asymmetrical application, so to speak. Less is more. Now I'll use the tips a little bit when I want to go into these ridges. Less is more is always my mantra with this. I can always put more on. It's difficult to take it off, but I'm going to show you how to do that too. So once my brush is really dry and I don't seem to be putting any more paint back onto the surface, I'll dip my tips again, blot, work that paint up into the head of the brush, and then come back over. Now, if you get a blob of paint on your piece, whatever you do, don't take a rag and try to wipe it off, because that's going to smear and it's going to look like a smear. What you need to do is just let it dry, then take your base color and dry brush back over it. It gives it a really nice layered dimensional look, and nobody will ever know that you had a mistake. So try it out, real easy, and happy painting. Thanks.